Hi guys! In this video, we will be understanding the relationship between energy supply and globalisation, learning about the role of transnational corporations, and finishing with an exam-style question.
First of all, we're going to be looking at how competing national interests impact upon energy supply. And just to give a bit of introduction to this, by 2025, energy consumption in less developed countries is set to surpass that of more developed countries. And this is because they're going to start industrializing and therefore need more energy. And we've seen this recently with countries such as China and India developing, and especially their industry developing as well. So their appetite for natural resources has increased dramatically. And this has had a huge impact upon the supply of non-renewable energy resources. So it's really important when we consider the competing national interest for the future of things like non-renewable fossil fuels and also the development of renewable resources. So the importance for oil transport and the versatility of gas, combined with their uneven distribution and also relatively short lifespans, makes these the most important commodities on Earth at the moment. Oil is extremely vulnerable to any event that impacts on its supply and its demand, and this is what creates tensions between different countries because every country really needs to secure a supply of oil. They're very much dependent upon it, so it's very much of countries' interest to be able to secure their own supply. So all countries that depend on oil imports are defenceless against external events affecting their supply. So some of the future trends that we are likely to see as reserves of non-renewable fuels, such as oil, gas and coal, diminish, is that European dependence on Middle East oil will remain significant. This is because Europe doesn't have their own oil supply that's large enough to meet their demands. Similarly, Asian dependence on Gulf oil will increase because Asia also doesn't have massive amounts of oil itself, and with its developing economies, it's going to need more oil, and therefore the Gulf oil states are very rich in oil, and therefore they're going to be dependent on them for their own supply. China will start to develop oil reserves in Africa. China's already investing a lot in Africa, so it will primarily invest in oil in Chad and Sudan in order to secure its own oil security. The USA will still rely on imports despite developing more of their tight reserves. This is also because USA is a huge consumer of oil, one of the biggest consumers in the world, and their own oil supplies simply aren't enough to meet their own needs, so they will still rely on imports.
Hi guys! To continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level geography videos, just click the button. Join me today and together let's make A-level geography a walk in the park.